You guys are fools.
All right. Well, while you're deciding, Suns
We'll
fan,
decide later,
we're going to get into the draft here because game one of
I've
this
decided.
best of
What do
five
you mean? I just said it.
Oh,
I'm agreeing with Zayori.
What did he say? I wasn't listening.
Don't worry about it.
Okay,
Go to the
good.
draft.
Going to the draft, please.
Uh-oh.
What did he say?
Let's all make a noise.
Okay.
All right, folks, welcome to game one of the grand finals here of Elimination Mode, brought to you by Pugna.com.
No!
And our favorite heroes band here, Techies, Trient, Monkey King, and Meepo, the first
no.
4 heroes to be
Come on.
removed.
What are you going to do now?
What a bunch of tryhards. That's it? We will
You're
never
try-harding in the finals. I don't believe it.
For money.
we will never see a Techies or Monkey in the finals.
Well, Jerax, Earth Spirit.
Okay, well, it was a good game while they tried. Complexity really went out there and tried their best, but Jerax Earth Spirit as our first pick here, and here comes Complexity with number 1. What are we thinking, boys?
10 seconds remaining.
I would say Coddle. Don't get me wrong, but
5
not a
seconds
bad
remaining.
hero. My go-to
Radiant
counter for
team
Earth Spirit,
pick.
but they're gonna go.
Yeah,
with their
Cole's actually in a
standard.
tough spot.
I have.
You know you want to ban Earth Spirit against OG,
Uh-oh.
but
We
Yeah.
got the Mott pick.
Mott's got the pick. The genius is in the house.
Broodmother, although.
What?
Yeah, I'm going with Broodmother.
Broodmother?
That's actually not
Hey,
bad,
listen.
to be honest.
Idiot.
You questioned me last time when I picked Gyrocopter.
Whoa.
Don't question me again.
Historically speaking, he's right. We did yell at him, and
I'm
then
the
he
dumbass that
he
got
was
it
right.
correct.
So.
I'm the dumbass that got it correct last time.
Mott, all I have to say is if you're right this time, you are a fucking god. Confirmed.
Okay.
Okay, so Complexity going with the most NA draft possible.
10
First 2
seconds
picks,
remaining.
Lesh and Abaddon coming out here. As
Okay.
you know, NA
5
versus EU, you
seconds
gotta go
remaining.
big for game 1.
It's as NA as it gets, baby.
We really gotta have a Suns pick.
Reserve
You gotta
time.
remove these 2 OP heroes for the final Suns ban. Please. Just
What?
tell them that Monkey King and Techies are available to be picked every game.
And
I'm up for
cannot be
that.
banned.
I'm up for that.
You can ban them, but you're allowed to pick them next series, okay? All right, here we go.
That's actually an interesting rule that we could implement for next time.
Hey.
Non-CM heroes, if they're banned, they don't get taken out of the pool.
Let's
That
tell the
sounds
teams
really
right
slimy.
now. Fuck it. This is our turn.
our
Let's
turn.
do it now.
By the way, update, boys.
Update.
Complexity will be allowed to pick Monkey King Techies every game.
Yes.
Yes.
Dark Seer. All right.
Hey, we do need a comeback mechanic in this game mode, right?
Sure.
That's an easy way to do it.
I like this.
Give Complexity the 2 cheese heroes
Hey,
that no one's practiced
if
against.
Mario Kart has
10
a
seconds
comeback
remaining.
mechanic,
Blue
why
shell.
can't we?
Yeah, you can't get the lightning if you're in first.
Tweet at us
5
at
seconds remaining.
OG and ask them if that's okay. And if their poll
Reserve
says
time.
yes in 30 minutes, then we will do it. All right, anyway.
Jesus.
So more bands coming out here. Darkseer, Earth Spirit. Already we're seeing the fundamentals of Team OG in their dominant team fight strats. And yeah, but Complexity, they do
Gotta
Gotta
have
watch
some
out for that Ember.
Ember. You think
Yeah.
Ember's coming in?
OG want to go for it. They got a Leshrac, shitty lockdown. They got an Abaddon, shitty lockdown. They have Iron Shells, and they have a Earth Spirit to follow up on ganks in the mid lane. It's scary stuff. Just hand that thing over to Anna. Easy gaming. That hero's banned out by the community, so
Radiant
that
team
won't be
ban.
happening. Thank God. Community saving us from the meta. Oh, close one. See how close that was,
Dire
just being
team ban.
over?
Yeah. Very
Would you
scary
believe it?
stuff.
Juggernaut, Weaver, Dazzle. Oh no, we won't see a Dazzle in the grand final slacks, but more space for Rubik, don't worry.
You surprised that we've seen Abaddon so early?
No,
Even
I
if
think
it
it's
is an
really
NA
good
team?
against Earth Spirit.
Yeah.
And that's
And
like a
takes
safe
off his ult
off
and
laner.
everything.
10 seconds
Yeah, just like
remaining.
a save up against him. Just keep shielding people. Very useful.
5 seconds
comfort
I'm
remaining.
excited to see what Z-Freak's hero will be if we'll get like a Tusk or something.
You think
Yeah,
game
it's
1
easy.
Tusk?
Reserve time.
That would be
Good to
hilarious.
go.
We've seen him ignored throughout an entire series for some reason.
I think he's
No,
very
hey,
strong
there's
with
a
Leshrac.
Z-Freak Marana. There's a lot of heroes that we're not used to seeing.
Yeah. Sniper also left in, Anti-Mage.
Radiant team
2
pick.
heroes that I think have been banned almost every day.
Venge still in too, of course, with the Complexity wants to kick it up a notch. Maybe we can go for like a Venge carry or something, but not really a Moo hero, I suppose.
Question is, when is he going to bring out that bristleback
Yeah.
carry?
I mean, with
Ugh.
the
Remaining.
Abaddon, Coddle's still in the pool.
Yeah, Coddle, Bristle. There's a lot of good combos.
5
Good old
seconds
hoodoo.
remaining.
We've seen Complexity gravitate towards the Warlock as well.
Reserve time.
Swindle
I
with
assume
that big
Swindles will
showing.
be on the
Hell
Lesh,
yeah.
though.
Yeah, that's a good point, yeah.
Happy and I know see no dazzle though. That's great.
Just wait.
Dire team pick.
Got a real surprise for you, Slacks. Got a real good one for you coming. Just wait for it.
Okay, Silencer going to be picked up as well. Why Silencer? I feel like that could be a very good gotcha pick later in this
10
series.
seconds
You know?
remaining.
Might be
I
kind
think
of
he stops a lot of the Wombo combo after Vacuum. I assume it's a
5
4 roll for
seconds
Z-Freak, and he'll
remaining.
build that Helm of the Dominator, and then they get like a nice aura going for group pushes with Leshrac and
Reserve
Abaddon.
time.
It's a smart preemptive pick, though.
Radiant
With this
team
opening from
pick.
OG, you could see a lot of big team fight, and there it is. They'll take the
Oh,
Warlock
man.
themselves.
They're not
Huge
stopping.
wombo.
Yeah, they see that coming though, because like whenever you have the Leshrac, you want that early group up. Because Complexity traditionally as a team has always been that squad that says, "Hey guys, we happen to have this laning stage advantage. Why don't we just group up and try and win the entire game right now?" And Warlock
10
and plus
seconds
Darkseer are
remaining.
like two of the best heroes up against that sort of a strategy. Where if
5
one
seconds
bad golem,
remaining.
right? That's where Warlock first came in. Was all those Drow strats where they were just like grouping up and forcing you, and people started
Reserve
picking
time.
Warlock to just like reach over top of those back lines and dumpster. So same idea here, I would say, from OG.
Sure.
And the Bat Rider.
They
Talked
have
about
like
him
no
a fair
physical
bit.
DPS.
Yeah.
Well,
Referenced
neither
as
team
a
does.
forgotten about hero.
Still available with some counters though. Nyx Assassin, all those counters that we've talked about so many
10
times in this tournament are
seconds
still
remaining.
available.
I don't think they can.
Oracle.
I don't think they can go for Nyx though. OG. I think that's
Oh,
why
of course.
they're comfortable
5
picking Bat Rider.
seconds remaining.
It's a
Their
good, yeah.
lanes just got a little weird now, though.
I don't want to see. I don't
reserve
want to see a
time.
Z-Freak Silencer. I want to see him on a roaming hero, man.
Yeah.
No,
late,
Silencer
though.
gets Helm, dude. He gets a creep. He's active now. You can be active.
It's not the same.
It's true.
Not the same as Z-Freak Marana.
Trent's over there just snapping his carrot to Helm of the Dominator.
Man, it's good.
Helm is good.
Great item. I have no idea who's playing.
Whoa,
who on
hello.
Complexity
The
right now.
Andy
Gracious.
Mage.
Who dis? It's been a long
Is this
time.
actually the first anti-mage pick of the tournament because he's been banned every day?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it is.
He's a top 30 hero for sure, so there you go.
Actually, might have seen him once.
Maybe.
So,
Maybe.
Andy Mage, I always think that he's
10
super good now
seconds
because he got a
remaining.
few buffs, especially with the cooldown on the blink. But I think his Ags is
5
god
seconds
tier.
remaining.
What happens when Bat Rider tries to lasso him and he has an Ag? So they don't both just sit
Reserve
there,
time.
Agsing each other?
It would get blocked, and then Anti Mage
yeah,
will
it
grab
blocks.
him, right?
Yeah,
It's
Anti-Mage
not
can
just
take
like
him
a
with him.
Lotus. It actually does block it instead of doing it.
Is
to both.
Anna a mag player? Because this looks like a sick Magnus game, even if you have to send him mid.
I was thinking that.
Dire team
Isn't it a
down.
little
that
scary
could be
against
good.
the Silencer, though?
I mean, it's global. It's a decent cooldown.
Yeah.
I mean, they already have like 2 semi-long cooldown ults. I don't know if you want a third against the Silencer, especially.
Yeah, but I mean, who cares about the ulti when you can just empower an Anti Mage?
Oh, I see what you're getting at. Okay. Aren't there a lot of other mids, though, that
10
you could
seconds
gravitate
remaining.
towards here? Like,
Oh, there's plenty.
yep.
I'm
Kind of
just
just
asking.
a litter.
Seconds remaining. Reserve
TA's
time.
garbage this game. Don't think we're seeing that for OG. DK, you mentioned.
Viper.
Viper.
Just dominate the mid lane.
I feel like OG are just sitting here and like, where the hell are these lanes? Like, they don't even know what to
Team
ban.
All right, take out the
Shadow
Shadow
Friend.
Fiend. I guess that's as good as anything.
Radiant team pick.
Ooh, they
Wow.
go for
Oh,
the Nyx.
they
So it's
go
a
for it.
mid-Nyx, I guess.
All right.
Very interesting. Good call.
All in on
Slacks.
AM
Nailed
late
it.
game. This is a very strange lineup. And I say that based on the fact that there's so many heroes in the pool, they can actually make a normal lineup.
Yeah, that's the
10
thing, right?
seconds
There's like not that
remaining.
many bans, so we were kind of expecting more normal stuff.
Five
Out
But
of these
seconds
lanes, is this like
remaining.
mid-Bat Rider?
I guess it must be. All right,
Oh,
so that'll
yeah.
be mid tiny then. For I assume Susie will
Safe
be playing
lane
that.
Bat, off lane Abaddon.
And then just the. So yeah, nothing too crazy, I guess.
And here you said they couldn't pick up Nyx, Sunspan.
I mean, these
we'll
lanes are
see.
wacky.
We'll see if they can. Their lanes are really weird.
I'm
I mean,
still-
that's
I
Is
don't
like-
think
this
they
like a
could've.
Moo Abaddon? Is he just gonna like?
It might be. I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. it
Carry
must be.
Abaddon because or Abaddon. We see No Tail play that in the tournament before.
Yeah.
So
It
Yeah, I
can
guess
be
it's-
super good. I mean, you get
It's
that.
really annoying.
Yeah, you got that early lane dominance, and if Abaddon gets too far ahead, what do you do?
No. Moo said I am ready to miss stuns, so it's just gonna be the classic Moo Leshrac. Remember, he needs to play that off lane. Those were some good times.
Yeah.
So support Bat Rider maybe. I mean, it could be support Abaddon, but
I mean, support
Who
Bat Rider.
knows?
That sounds terrible.
Hey, come on, man.
But although, can
Oh, we saw
Bat
that yesterday.
Rider jungle at level 1 right now? Like, obviously, he used to be able to. They nerfed it to shit. I know
Super
it's possible,
slowly.
but it's really slow, right? You need at least level 2, level 3 before you can jungle
I think they're
effectively.
trolling. By the way, this is my theory.
You think so?
They're saying this stuff in chat to throw them off.
Tactical.
Yeah, it's kind of random. Like,
NA
so
tactic.
you guys can't see this, but Moose saying I'm ready to miss stuns, and then Monkeys is saying I'm ready for Zach to miss shields.
See? This is how we won the Revolutionary War.
That does sound like some debated shit.
Yeah.
OG showing up in a straight line with their guns, and we're hiding in the woods.
This is Swindle Melon's tactics,
Is
man.
that what they said in the Revolutionary War days? Debated, dummies.
Beta dumbass. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
All right, well.
Boston Tea Party was the grandest debate of all time. Okay, can we go? I'm starting to lose it here. So, predictions coming out on this game. You know, I think actually Complexity, if they're going to take one, they're probably going to take this one. They're got all their comfort heroes that they're very happy with. They know what they're doing.
No.
Lesh Abaddon, you're going to go against that on Team Complexity? Come
No,
on, buddy.
so Nyx Assassin versus Bat Rider. I think Core Nyx is going to have an okay time this game. I think the team fight's going to be overwhelming. They have really good 4+1. Look at these 4 heroes and anti-mage. They could team fight as 4. It's great.
This does go against my narrative of Complexity always losing and then coming back. But, I mean, they have to take Trent. Come on. You watch
What?
NA all the time.
Yeah.
You got Lesh and Abaddon on an NA team. How can they lose?
How can they lose? Is it even possible? Could they feasibly lose? All right, Monkeys has now picked up the Abaddon. The sneakiness is
I
happening.
told you.
Yeah,
Ah.
I have to agree with you.
All right.
So
What do you think,
mid-tiny
Sun's
looking
Alright.
at-
Who's
If this
taking
was
game
any
1?
other team than OG, I would say Cole has a way better draft. But it is OG, so I don't fucking know. I think I'm gonna go with Slacks on this. I think if Cole's gonna take a game, this is a pretty good game for them to
This is
Yep,
it?
be able
this
to do
is the
so.
one they're going to take.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with OG.
All right. That's good. So
Traitor.
we're split.
Depressing.
NA trader.
Traitor.
Well, you know how it is.
Well,
I feel like the Euros, they won the ability draft. Sure, they can take the real game too.
It's just because Canada's still owned by the crown.
Wait, did I have more
You
NAs
don't
on my
know
team?
about the revolution, bro.
I thought you did. Didn't you have all NAs?
Let me double check my roster here. See, I had Limp, so Euro, Moo, American, Jerax, Euro. Yeah, that's right. It was Boris. Was the NA? He's West. Yeah, okay. I had three
well
NAs.
done, Suns fan. A keen memory.
No wonder we lost. Fuck!
All right, well, we are loading into the first game of this best-of-5 grand finals. This is the very end of Elimination Mode 3, Slacks. This is the last day. This last day is brought to you by Pugna.com, by the way. I know you've been studying a lot. You've been working on that MMR,
I have.
and it was because of Pugna Guides, right? That's how you got to 5K?
I mean, if
Yeah.
I'm going to say
Yes.
that, I'm going to need some more money.
A dank plug.
Sorry.
All right, well, that's it, folks. We are loading into game number 1. We've got 2 brilliant casters for this final series. It's going to be Mott and Purge to take it
Whoa.
away.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the grand finals of Elimination Mode 3. It feels like we were just here not too long ago doing Elimination Mode 2 with both OG and Evil Geniuses in the finals, but instead we've got Complexity. I'd say, Purge, there's probably a lot more people favoring OG this time than in Elimination Mode 2.
Well, that said, though, Cole got some good practice in the last game, so maybe that's going to pay off. You never know. It's going to be a core Lush track. I was wondering if this would be the case based on their heroes. Arguably a bit better than something like support or offlane Abaddon. Is it support Abaddon? Oh, no, it's actually offlane. So the supports are... Okay, it's a support Bat Rider.
Yeah, so this is what they were talking about, and the panel did not think it was very good, the fact that they were playing support Bat. I haven't seen much support Bat Rider. What do you think about Z-Freak picking up this hero?
I mean, Demon played it the other day as a support role, and it went super well. He got a really fast Blink Dagger. His lane pressure was decent. Juked us with the missed shields by Zach. Did it actually work?
I guess
Did
it
it
worked.
actually-
I guess they were just as confused as we were. Well, all right. That's
Okay,
one
it
way to
worked.
do it, I guess.
Successful. Unless he was just pretending to tell them.
He's juking them. The mind games
Is it
are
the
getting
reverse
too
juke?
deep right now.
All right, so who's mid? It's okay. It is an assassin.
Yep.
I wasn't sure that would be the case. Thought maybe they go Warlock. That's more of a complexity special, but I thought it was a possibility. But nope, just gonna be standard stuff.
Oh, they already threw a sentry down, by the way, towards the secret shop on the Radiant side. So there's a ward to get up on the Uber Cliff just for vision. There's a ward to block the camp. So making sure they have a better, they can stop the Z-Freak jungler if he ends up going that route. But it's going to be 747 on the Tiny going mid. It's going to be the Nyx versus Tiny matchup, the classic, yes. When I think of mid
super
matchups,
standard.
this is exactly what I think.
Batrider's going to make this really hard, though, because, I mean, it's melee versus melee, so if he just keeps casting Sticky Napalm, he actually just can't very safely come to lane.
Yeah, this
Kind of sucks for Anna.
He doesn't have a stick yet. He hopefully will get one at some point in the future, but for now, he's just going to have to sit back. He does have 2 tangos and a salve.
On the bright side, his claws look real cool right now.
Dude, what are these claws? I can't even...
That's the golden ones, dude.
Oh, yeah.
But they're apparently unaffected by oil slicks.
They just stay gold the entire time.
Yeah.
All
That's
right,
value,
well,
dude.
he's going to have a good time. Well, he'll try to have a good time. Let's see how much CS he can get. This is the first time we've really seen anti-mage so far in this tournament. I think there's been 1 or 2 games with it, but other than that, No Tail's going to be playing it, and against Monkey's already draining a lot of his mana.
So something, I actually watched a lot of offlane Abaddon games yesterday, because there was that guy that posted saying he got 7k MMR with offlane Abaddon.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
It's kind of cool to see how he did it. I like a lot of the games, actually, he would teleport to lane, and he would just miscoil his opponent like 5 times in a row, because there's a really low cooldown ability, and then you go hit up the shrine. Monkeys ended up getting shield, and I think this is fine, because if you're paired with a Warlock, there's not really a good way to out damage a carry, since he'd have bonus heal there. So Monkey's just going to do his best to get levels, I think.
He's doing okay for now. Again, we talked about his very low mana. Now getting auto-attacked by No Tail. Won't go for the dive for the tower. He's sitting at 100 HP. Pretty low. Has to back up and salve. And looks like Z-Freak is now, since then, headed to the jungle. 5 stacks of Sticky Napalm, Firefly at level 1. He's going to go for the large camp and see if he can get some CS here. Jerax already did get a couple of CS in the jungle. He's rotating it. He has Rolling Boulder. He just gets level 2 with the Bounty Rune. We'll see what he can provide. But Z-Freak does end up clearing that camp. He's completely fine.
So the question is, Darkseer, can they kill a Silencer? That's the hero they're going to want to aim for, most likely. The Lesh is a little scary, but if they can grab Silencer, that'd be a huge kill. But Bat's also rotating over, so this could be a bad time to do a gank.
Yeah, Jerax is just sitting back for now. They don't have a vision of him. He's on the high ground. No wards or anything like that. He's not going to head down here. He doesn't know where I think the Batrider is. Z-Freak also got a double damage rune, which he didn't spot out. Meanwhile, top lane, Monkey's getting caught again. No mana, No Tail, just drastic amount of lane. They have no way of stunning him and getting him dropped down, but now Monkey's chasing after Fly. He has, of course, the Curse of Avernus doing some nice damage. Other than that, pretty standard start, not too much happening. Anna now getting some room to work with, but it is 747 with 13 last hits in the mid lane.
Yeah, it's not too surprising how things are going, just really standard stuff. Only weird thing I'm seeing is Nick Stassin went for a mana drain, just to try to keep the mana pool a tiny bit lower so that he couldn't get little advantages. Oh, he could actually spike Carapace every single toss, actually. Don't know if he should definitely do something like that.
Monkeys, Shadow Word, he's dead, top lane, wow.
Damn.
That was just, he was too far up and Fly just Shadow Worded him. And No Tail hit him, and that was it. It was level 1 Shadow Word too.
Yep. That's a huge nuke though, it does like 130 damage or something. But when he runs out of shield mana, he can't debuff or purge or dispel the Shadow Word. So he used his Mango previously to do that, now he gets killed.
Well, that's not good. They give the first blood away. It is to Fly, it's not to No Tail, but he's still getting relative free farm in this top lane. And he continues just to harass Monkeys. Whereas bottom lane now, S4 and Jerax are trying to stop Moo from getting more farm. He's sitting at 15 last hits. So he's doing okay. But wow, what is Z-Freak up to? Level 4 boots, 700 gold? He's doing pretty well.
Jungling. Yeah, basically all the lanes are about even. I mean, Monkeys is having a little trouble. It's not fun to lane against an anti-mage when you need mana as an offlane hero, but for Z-Freak, just keep hitting up the jungle. At some point, get 6, start ganking. Things like that is, I think, what they have to do.
He's rotating up. There was a ward. This is scouted. They know exactly where it is. Bottom lane, Melons gets the kill. You just saw the end of it. Darkseer gets caught. Moo threw up his Split Earth. Wasn't even needed. He just had plenty of damage with all of their abilities they had and right click. So he gets caught out. And so far, 1 for 1 in terms of offlaners going down across the map.
I actually thought Silencer would be more popular for reasons like this, because like with two to three skill points, he's got 3 points in nukes, and last word's an amazing level 1 skill doing 150 damage. So
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised we hadn't seen Silencer that much, but I can definitely see the benefits here. The way that Complexity does like to play is very team fight oriented.
Yeah.
Silencer helps a lot with that.
Moo getting Rolling Boulder on. And to combine up with that too, Silencer I think notable for a lack of lockdown, but with Moo when you have Split Earth and you can hit it, you have ways to be able to not only get kills with his nukes, but as well as just locking people down and right-clicking. I think Silencer has a decent amount of right-click when he gets his glaives leveled up as well. So.
Yep. And Moo actually went for 3 points in Split Earth. A little surprising, but gonna take a little pressure from
It's like
Jarex,
the
but it's
old
not that
school
bad.
build, 3 points in Split Earth, 2 points in Edict.
It's kind of
back
good to
in the
go
day.
with though, because it just ups the radius of the stun, so higher chance that you'll actually grab them. And when they have this lane where they don't have somebody to set up the Split Earth, I think it's just a safer play.
Fly
It's good
rotates
nuke anyways.
bottom. Level 3 for Fly, setting out 2 points of Shadow Word. Meanwhile, Z-Freak's still just juggling. Level 4 for now. He's got the hard camp, though. This should give him up to level 5, close to level 6. Monkeys will come by. They're going to shrine it up. I don't think they have a smoke or anything. They're just going to sit and get some HP and mana back. And this will give the lane back to Anna here in the mid lane. He's 27 CS to that of 747, who's at 32. 35 for the anti-mage. Like you said, waiting for level 6 for Z-Freak before I think we start seeing rotations from the Bat Rider into lanes and try to find some ganks.
And wow, Z-Freak just got 2 D wards actually. He got one by their rune, or their, what's it called, shrine, and he just got one mid as well. That's some value sentries.
Yeah, he just got 200 gold. Easily.
Well, I mean, he also bought 200 gold, so he went even. But the offensive balance is really good because now OG isn't going to have nearly as much vision of enemy heroes. So we'll see how that impacts the rotations. It could definitely benefit OG or Complexity in rotations between like Tiny and stuff like that. Well, it looks like a dive bottom.
Yeah, they have the Vendetta up. Anna getting level 6 now. Looking for Moo. They're going to go in a moment. Vendetta, Impale, canceled. Moo trying to juke as best he can. Good boulder smash. This should be a kill. And with one more auto attack, they'll do the job. So Anna being very patient with that Impale. Now he's looking for Melons. He actually has a haste rune and an arcane. Impale's going to go. It's going to hit. Nicely done, knowing which way he was going to juke. I don't know if he's enough damage. Mana Bird's going to come out. Toss, avalanche combo. 747 TPs. Gets the kill. So Anna getting a bit too greedy going for that Melon skill down bottom.
Yes, very, very dangerous there. Good TP there by Tiny. One of the nice things about Silencer actually is he has a pretty good strength gain actually, so it's a little harder to kill with bursts like that. But if you're doing like physical damage or something, it's definitely a solution.
Monkeys is in trouble. Boulder Smash will get the job done. He used borrowed time to try to chase No Tail down, but he really didn't get any HP out of the borrowed time. And then he had no mana, he had no miscoil to deny himself, and Jarex just comes in with a TP and finds an easy kill.
Yeah, it's maybe a mistake to not go miscoil, but considering how much mana drain he's getting, it's just not something he felt he could afford. So
Yeah.
not too surprising here.
All right, well, Z-Freak, Jarex going to find each other in the jungle. Level 6 now up for the Bat Rider.
He does not have Orb of Venom, which is a big deal here. Otherwise,
Yeah.
Jarex definitely could get this, but he might still be able to.
Rolling Boulder and Boulder Smasher up, and Z-Freak should probably... I think they want this kill for No Tail, but they're going to get it to Jarex instead. He just kicks him. He finds himself the kill.
That was actually helpful. A little bit of mana there could have made a difference with a slow or something. So, pretty solid kill, but unfortunately for Z-Freak, he didn't get anything done. The upside is that his opponents might think that he warded, and they are pinging for that. So Fly's going to move over and possibly grab sentries. Yeah, he's flying him over right now. These are going to be wasted at least. So that kind of movement, despite giving a kill, at least is going to do some economic damage and force Fly to waste some time too.
Yeah. So what do you do here if you're Complexity? You have No Tail farming rather well, but also your Tiny in the mid lane is getting some decent farm. Moo as well. They're going to have level 6 in the Bat Rider ready to go. They can start getting some lassos off. Do you look for picks with Z-Freak and split up the map? Or do you 5-man? Where do you go from here as Complexity?
I think they just need to get a fight item up, like a blink either on Bat Rider or on Tiny, and that's the point at which they'll be really strong. And Z-Freak's doing a good job juggling too. He's even prioritizing more Firefly over Blink Dagger. A little known fact about these new Ancients, they actually have no magic resistance, they have 0, so you can actually jungle them very easy as heroes like Bat Rider. So
He's essentially got Blink Dagger, by the way. It's 9 minutes in.
Yeah.
This feels like an old school All Flame Bat Rider, except this is support, and he's just about got enough money, so that's ridiculous.
yeah, it works quite well. There's so many jungle camps now. I think that's maybe one of the reasons Bat Rider support's a bit better than it used to be. The Hill Troll Priest grabbed by No Tail here. This actually gives a 3 mana per second aura, helping to offset the fact that his mana pool's been really low. It's kind of nice steal.
All right, top lane TP coming in. Melons is going to be up here. They have Global Silence, by the way. One way to deal the Ants Mage. Again, they don't have Lasso skilled up yet, but with Blink Dagger now for Z-Freak, I imagine he's going to have it. I think he's got the point saved, I think.
So when he'll put the sentry down, he's going to find the enemy observer too once this lane pushes up a little.
Spike Carapace came out. Good split earth. Flame break. Z-Freak sitting on 15 HP. S4 will just punch him. But there's the avalanche coming out. S4 trying to surge himself away. Can he make it? One more Pulse Nova. Should do the job. The toss. That'll get the kill easily. 747 making sure they secure S4. So support Batrider for the Darkseer. And actually, Z-Freak didn't buy his blink before dying. So he'll have to wait another 100 gold before he has it.
Hey Mont, you know how like when a horse breaks its leg, you have to like put it down? What happens when you toss the Leshrac? Like, don't you think that'd be really dangerous?
I feel like the horse would break
leg,
all
it's
four of
just-
its legs instead of just one. I don't know
You
how.
just gotta put him down and then you lose the game. Like,
You're just this poor Moo. I think he's okay. He has 2 null talismans. Maybe that's making him tankier or something. Who knows? This is a
two little
this is a
necklaces.
disco pony.
I don't think
remember?
that's gonna matter, but
Well, it's
maybe.
a special horse. It's also a goat
Okay.
actually. So if that matters.
something that's really gonna matter this game actually is the Nyx Assassin versus Leshrac. Leshrac has a lot of intelligence and he's behind some more too. That means mana drain is gonna be a huge impact against him. So I think he might have to go for some magic resistance at some point. There's quite a lot of magic damage as a whole coming from OG, so I think
Yeah.
that's certainly gonna have to be a choice at some point.
There really is. And now they're looking to find said disco pony down bottom. Moo's about to get caught. Vendetta, Impale getting canceled again. Moo's going to die. He taunts before his death. He's just having a good time. And Fly will secure the kill. Nice smoke gank from OG. They shrined it beforehand, and now they'll start taking control of this bottom lane. Jerax is still on the hunt. He's got his smoke up. It's going to break. He'll find Melons. And Jerax is just going to auto-attack him once or twice. Z-Freak is nearby. He does have the blink. He doesn't have Lasso yet. Just going to jump in with the Firefly. And Jerax might be in trouble. Flame break back. Anna coming in the haste rune. Good block from the Rolling Boulder. Push back coming in from Jerax. Still auto attacks. 747 tosses up. He's going to go for it. He finds himself a killing spree. And this guy's just tossing people around like crazy. Now they have 2 blink daggers. They have 1 for Z-Freak. They have 1 for 747 as well.
And now the pressure is really going to come on heavily against OG. They still have to worry about Nyx Assassin ganks a little, but past that, I think Complexity is in a really good spot, especially if they can do stuff like Lasso, pull Anti-Mage into a tiny combo. They're going to be in a good place. He hasn't gone too many points in Spell Shield. He did grab the health perk, at least, at level 10 for Anti-Mage, but the ganks will come. Monkey's really not very farmed, kind of having a tough game here. He's going Helm of the Dominator, it looks like. Guess nobody else is going to build it, so you might as well. And this is something Complexity regularly does, just buys a lot of auras on pretty much every hero. On maybe not every hero, but they always split it really evenly.
It's like they want to have all of their bases covered, essentially. So
for the team fights, pretty much.
they're going to look for, this is exactly what we were talking about. There is a ward. No Tail should see this coming from Monkeys running in. He'll already blink underneath this tower. And meanwhile this is happening, OG are looking for a gank of their own. It'll be Moo if he gets caught, and that would be his 2nd death in a row. And he's already pretty close to this, of course, Veil of Discord. He's sitting about 50 gold away. Rolling Boulder is going to miss. Some TPs could be helpful here. Magnetize will go. They're going to use the Global Silence coming out. That might save Moo's life. TP's coming in from 747 as well as Z-Freak. They have the Blink Classroom. They're not going to go for it. OG are on their side of the river. And that'll be the end of the engagement as Monkeys continues to push top.
So a vision issue and a missed Rolling Boulder issue. They're going to go in. Oh,
Blink
really nice play
Lasso.
by Z-Freak
The
there.
Golem is going to get dropped. Counter initiation. They still have the abilities from the Tiny. He's getting stunned. Split Earth will fly. Toss will go. They get 1. Edict is up as well. Fly now using his Golem. They have to back up. They don't want to fight this.
Dude,
And,
Z-Freak did that so well. He jumped into Lasso, but he didn't use Firefly first. Every Batrider does that, but because you're against a Nyx, you can't. It's really dangerous. So by jumping in without the Firefly, he was able to actually grab the Nyx and pull him back.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
OG are now pressured into a situation with the Golem down. They want to get as much done with this as possible. 747 has the blank. Boulder Smash will go. He's in trouble. S4, they have the Iron Shell. Rolling Boulder in, misses. Shadow Word vacuum back still. 747 tanky enough. He's got 5 stick charges. We'll use them. No Tail coming in. Mana Void. He was full mana. No Tail does barely any damage at all. And now they might be able to push far enough that they can get the
He's
Zero
still
Tower.
dead.
They still get the kill with the Shadow Word. Here comes the Pulse Sniffer from Moo. They're going to take the Golem down. 1 more auto attack. Melons gets it. And now popping the Spike Carapace. They really want to take this tower, but more heroes are coming in. Blink, Z-Freak, no last word, but the Firefly is up. Anna gets silenced as well with the last word coming through. Auto attacks from Melons. Shadow Word saving his life for now. Flame break back. Here comes the Pulse Nova. Moo wants this kill. And the Spike Carapace gets out just in time. It's a 2-for-1 exchange. Now Moo getting turned on. S4 and Fly. Auto attacking Split Earth is there. Melons is pretty low on mana. Vacuum back into the smash. Nicely done. Monkey's coming a bit too late. They actually get the stick charge up. Moo again, the pulse over, but he's running low on mana. No Tail continues to fight. They won't take this hour, not yet anyway. But a trade does go OG's way.
No Tail's got to be so upset that he used Mana Void that way. They're not going to kill the Darkseer here. Not going to be able to chase either. If he had Mana Void like 4 times in that fight, he had at least like a kill or 2 with it. Against Leshrac with no mana or Silencer with no mana, any of those heroes would have made a great nuke, but instead he got a little too greedy on the tiny kill.
Yeah, he used that pretty much as soon as he jumped in. They still will find a couple of kills, and he gets at least a little bit of gold out of it. They don't get the tower, but he is top of the net worth now. He's building into the Battle Fury after the Helm of the Dominator. So it's that kill, I think, on 747 is huge. He was starting to do really well, and they needed to slow him down as much as possible.
And they slowed him down a little bit, but he's already got Blink Dagger, so as far as I'm concerned, it's good, but it's not the most important thing ever, since Tiny does usually just kind of scale as a burst kind of hero. You know, the Ags builds are just kind of forgotten. They're not nearly as good as they were in the past. It does help you farm, but that's about it. Makes your toss damage more, but it's not very good at killing heroes, especially heroes like Anti-Mage. You need to increase your damage, not give yourself cleave.
All right, here we go. The push is coming. This time, it's going to be Complexity. They take the Tier 1 tower, and they're not done yet. Wrap around. Blink, toss, have a good spike carapace, but now the lasso comes in. Good vacuum into the boulder smash. The golem on top. The impale onto 3. It's a triple kill for Fly, and they're looking for monkeys. Borrow time, mana void, canceling that TP. 4 dead. What a fight. What a vacuum. S4 doing it again, and the team fight combination is there.
That was so beautiful, the way that OG set that up. Put the Nyx Assassin with Spike Carapace in the front. He tanks the nukes. He even got Power Treads to be more tanky here. And then they just slowly, one by one, land a stun, land a stun, land a stun. In the perfect vacuum to start it off.
Oh, God. It's unfair when Jerax gets a chance to do a 4-man boulder smash and Anna gets a chance to do a 4-man or 3-man impale. It just doesn't seem like it. I can't believe Complexity were caught in that
Bonds.
Situation. Yeah.
And they're building 2 Midases now. They have one up on Warlock, and he's got another 1,500 gold past that, which is insane farm levels. And Nyx Assassin will finish his in about 200. He's attacking crazy fast this game with both Treads and Midas. I'm kind of curious to see where he goes talent tree wise. Like, why is he getting so much attack speed this game? I'm kind of confused. But I mean, if he can get the 40 agility talent at 20,
the auto attack
that would
Nyx
just
Assassin,
make it better.
I'm waiting for it. That actually be super fun to watch. But Purge, I feel like that last fight now puts Cole in a very bad position. Now the Anti-Mage is ahead. He'll continue to get ahead. Like you mentioned, they're building 2 Midases, and they're still ahead given the situation and circumstance that just happened. So I feel like there's not a lot of Complexity to find something here. I don't think they can sit back and farm against this Anti-Mage.
Yeah, I don't think so, but they'll be fine, honestly. Looks like Monkey's stealing the Alpha Wolf from the Anti-Mage. He doesn't get grabbed by Z-Freak after all. And this is not very weird for Colt. They just group up and they go get stuff done. Now, Moo is missing a lot of mana right now. That could be a huge issue here if a fight starts, because Mana Void's back up again. But if they're not able to respond, then it's really just not going to matter. So Cole's going to keep grouping his 5 like this. They know Warlock Golem is down at the least, and they'll just take some towers. So,
like you mentioned, they are missing that Warlock Golem. The Tier 2 tower will fall. They're trying to split up the map for OG while this is happening. They're going to push into the Tier 3 tower. A defense will be forced. It's 39 seconds for this Warlock Golem, so still a ways away at this point. The cooldown is pretty long, and Complexity, they like fighting early and often. Jerax ready to go. They have S4 with the, of course, vacuum and wall level 1. The mech is up. Now Anna coming in. He has Vendetta. There doesn't seem to be any detection. Moo's going to get Vendetta. Spike Carapace as the Edict goes. Now the Global Silence comes out. This should cover the retreat of Complexity. They need to make it away. Now Moo continues to taunt. Here comes Jerax Boulder Smash. It'll hit onto Monkeys. Will they continue to chase this? Dust is going to go for Melons. And it looks like OG know that there's no reason to overextend. Sure, they can get a kill, but play it safe and back up.
yeah, absolutely. They got some damage on the tower. They didn't get killed in the first initiation. They don't want to slow push that until it forces a fight, because that gives OG a high ground advantage. They got a ton of damage on the tower, and that means that split pushing that later is going to be easy, whether it's Tiny or even the Disco Pony.
They should. This is exactly that play from Complexity right there. Just shows you exactly what you were talking about. They're going to be okay if they continue to fight around cooldowns and take fights that are in their favor. Split push as much as possible, at least until No-Tail gets huge and he starts split pushing himself. But for now, that's going to actually keep them in the game. It's only a 4,000 net worth advantage, even with OG getting that last team fight, and of course the double Midas. So there's still a wide chance here for OG to be, or Complexity to take this game back in their favor.
Yeah, it could go anyway still. Absolutely. Monkey's just farming for now, going to go for a Vlad's or a super standard item build with a wand pickup on top of that. I'll see what Swindle Melons goes. I feel like he might go something. Do they have a mech yet on the Radiant team? I feel like
No.
they don't. Something like mech could be good. Somebody with just a Basilius would be great too. Something that Cole was doing at the last tournament they're at that really impressed me. They would grab a Vlad's and they would have somebody hold a Basilius because then it gives 6 armor to everybody instead of just the 4 from Vlad's.
Yeah.
Like little small things like that make a big impact actually in team fights when one team has an extra 2 to 4 armor than the enemy team.
I mean, and this is what you were talking about earlier. Get that aura, get all of those aura items up and ready to go for complexity.
Yeah.
Make your team fight as strong as possible whenever that situation will arise. Just to make sure you have every item covered if you can get it.
Yep, and that's why you buy things like Helm of the Dominator, so you can have an Alpha Wolf plus the attack speed for everybody. It's certainly really good. Echo Saber for Tiny now, very standard way to transition his damage to give him 2 right clicks as soon as you initiate. It's a nice damage bonus here. But he's still got to be a bit worried about the stuns, and that's one of the nice things about OG right now. They've got Earth Spirit, they've got Fatal Bonds, they've got a Nyx Assassin. Once the stuns start, they're probably not going to stop.
And that's why you see Tiny building into things like BKB. It's not shocking given the circumstances that have already happened in this game. And I
Still
don't
the
blame them.
Centaur.
That's pretty
Monkey's going to try to defend this, or deny it at least. Silence is going to miss, though. They know there's a ward on the high ground, so...
There is a fight that looks like it's about to break out, but finally Jerax says, you know what, it's not worth it. Again, we already have a small advantage. We don't want to give anything away to complexity. So
Yeah,
Tower still
Cole's
deny
playing as
range.
well.
Are we going to see this not get denied again? I feel like I've seen this happen so often where Tower just... I think they're looking for the fight more than anything else. They'll worry about the Tower later. They're about to find Jerax, and he's going to try to go for the TP. They have the lasso.
Oh.
Split Earth not in time. They missed both of their abilities. They almost got him, but somehow Jerax gets out.
Yeah, can't Flame Break anymore. Although Siegfried could have used Flame Break to push him into him, but he didn't exactly know where he was in the
Yeah,
trees, so
yeah.
it would have been a little hard to make the play, but it would have been super sick. Instantly smoking now after clearing this large camp, which should give them the opportunity to find where OG is and take a fight.
This was close to a ward, but the ward did not, in fact, spot it. The ward was on the high ground, didn't catch the smoke coming out, or at least it shouldn't have from
It
complexity.
might have, honestly. It definitely
Oh,
might
they
Look,
have
there's
the
a
scan,
They
though.
definitely
It
spotted at least one of them.
Yeah, the scan will come out. They know for sure.
Nick's
and they're
trying to
gonna try
break
back
it from
away.
across the river. I like this move.
Yeah, he's vendetted up. They have the sentry, comes in, toss, avalanche combo. They will get this kill instantly. Global silence comes out as well. They want to continue to chase Z-Freak. He's got blink. He already used it. 7 seconds on cooldown now. S4 coming up, vacuum it into the gold of the wall. They've done it again. OG will find 2. They're looking for the 3rd. Complexity's Monkeys is going to make it out with borrowed time, but now 747 getting chased. No Tail has already used the Mana Void. They used pretty much every ability to get those 2 kills, and boy, did it work. 747 still getting auto attack. Good silence coming through, but I don't think 747 should be able to get out of here. Out of mana now. A couple more auto attacks. No Tail will jump in. 747 is trying to just juke as best as possible, but that's going to be 3 down in complexity. And again, it's that combination from OG. The team play is so damn good.
Yeah, it looked so scary for them considering their next assassin was already dead, but all it takes is 2 to 3 heroes in a grouping with chain stun, and they just all go down. And one of the bigger mistakes is that Monkeys needs to not be in the front there. If he can just sit back and cast his strong Dispel from Aphotic Shield on one of those heroes, maybe he can buy them some time. But it's so hard when that's like the 3 cores all fatal bonded together, taking tons of AoE damage.
I mean, they just drop. We're going to see the replay here in a moment, and it's insane. They all group up. They get vacuumed. It's done beautifully. It's wall, vacuum, golem, mana void, all at the same time with, like you said, fatal bonds on top. It's just they have the perfect team fight, and now the anti-mage purge is starting to get out of control. He's 12,000 net worth. The next closest person is the Darkseer at 8,500.
That's actually insane. And that's basically he's farming all the time, and once in a while he shows up to a fight and just gets tons of experience from it. Picks up an Orb of Venom. Interesting choice here. Is
Yeah,
this going to be a Scotty on
Scotty
anti-mage?
anti-mage. Huh.
Have you seen this before?
No, I don't think I have.
So it does work now with Mana Break.
Does
This
it?
is one of the changes to the item. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
doesn't
you're
count
right.
as
Yep,
a
yep.
as a unique attack modifier anymore. And it's always been, like in the history of the item, always fantastic to buy if you have a Manta style, because your illusions do damage based on how many stats you have. So buying a Scotty with a Manta is a
Right.
perfect progression. But the coolest thing about this is that it's seen as like a very strong HP item. So rather than buying something like Hard on Anti-Mage, which people would occasionally buy, now you can just buy Scotty and get like 80% of the HP. You don't get the obvious sustain of it, but you can get most of the HP and make your illusions better and get all the general stats that you need on the hero.
I feel
it's
like
such a good build.
In a game where you don't absolutely need Basher or Abyssal Blade, which, well, that's a lot of games, but in a game where you don't absolutely need those items, Scotty, I feel like, is a good way to slow. Obviously, attack speed slow is pretty insane, too. Like you mentioned, the HP. Everything that the Scotty gives is strong. Now that it's been changed the way that it is,
and the Scotty slow's awesome. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to buy Basher as much because you'll be able to slow people just normally and through BKB. It's a cool choice.
I'm hoping he does pick this up. He does have the Orb of Venom. I would be. He has enough for an Ultimate Orb if he wants to buy one, and then we'll really know if he's going to pick that item up. But for now, they're kind of splitting this map up. I mean, this is exactly what No-Tail needs to do. Complexity know that the Golem was down for a little bit. They were trying to push. Now it's back up. They're ready to fight. Anna's coming in, but now it's CP Blink Lasso, no Spike Carapace. Echo Saber, double damage for 747. Anna will die again, but we've seen they can take fights. Another back wall coming in. The Global Silence comes out. Jax was going to come in with the stun, but now because the Global is there, Mana Void, oh no, the game is lagging completely. Golem's going to miss. S4 getting low. They still want this fight. Magnetize. Fly gets a double kill. Fatal Bond still up. Even though they missed all of these abilities, they will still get so many kills. No-Tail finds himself a double. It's 4 for 1 trade again. Anna is the sacrificial lamb in this game. Monkeys does pick up at least Jerax in the back end. No more borrowed time. Fly's trying to lead him through the wall. Coming back is going to be No-Tail, who's a little bit low on mana, but he should be able to chase this down. Aphotic Shield will come through, breaks instantly. No-Tail with another blink ready, and I think this is going to be all 5 dead here, Purge.
Orb of Venom paying off, and this is what was so cool about the OG draft here, is that Cole has a pretty straightforward playstyle consistently, and all they have to do, hypothetically, is just grab heroes that are also good at teamfights. So stealing the Warlock from Cole, for example, especially when Cole has been picking it a lot themselves the last couple days, was a really good plan to open up the day. And this was a pretty straightforward draft. The last couple days we've been doing, 30 bans, and today we only had 10. With the Suns ban on top of that, so in a lot of ways, it was straightforward for OG to grab exactly what they wanted, and I guarantee that they knew what they were going to do before the draft started.
They certainly have made it seem like they knew exactly what they wanted, just the way they've executed these team fights.
He's actually just keeping the Orb of Venom, which is in some ways a very inexpensive Scotty. Because it does a 12% slow versus the Scotty doing like a 30 to 40% slow. So maybe he's changed his mind, but he's going to go for an Ags
He has an
next.
Aghanim Scepter coming now.
You know why that's really cool?
Why?
Because Batrider Lasso, if Batrider tries to lasso Anti-Mage, Anti-Mage will lasso the Batrider, and then he can pull him away.
That's pretty nifty.
Like, Ags is so cool on Anti-Mage, some games. It's so cool.
It's something
He can
I don't
reflect
think,
last word.
I don't
There's
think
so many
anybody's
things.
built it yet, I'm pretty sure.
I've seen it in quite a few pubs, and it's certainly done some good work there. If you're against like Vengeful Spirits or things like Lena's, it's really awesome.
Yeah. Anna on the hunt again. Split Earth is going to hit the Spike Carapace. They know that he's there now. They're going to go for it. Jerax comes in and Pale onto 2. Nicely done. If the Mana Void coming through as well. Moo going to get, well, he's Mana Voided up and dead. Melons is going to get chased down. And he's probably going to die too, I think. Another 2 kills coming up for OG.
I really like this Orb of Venom that No-Tail picked up. This is making such a huge difference. Like, look how many times he attacks Melons.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
747 coming in, but this might be his death. The Impale comes out. Monkeys is going to get smashed up. Vacuum back in the wall again. S4 has been on point. The Magnetize to follow up. 747 continuing to get chased down. Anna has Impale on 3. Surge forward. Couple more auto attacks to make sure he can't blink away. No-Tail gets himself a triple kill. They're looking for more. Monkeys still getting chased down. Boulder smash over to the side. And, well, he doesn't have borrowed time, so there's a very good chance he dies here. And it's a double kill for Jerax. It is 25-9 now, the scoreline.
I am pretty sure that No-Tail is my favorite player in terms of itemization. Like, he is so smart with the way that he builds his items consistently. He always changes things up. I'm remembering a time when he played versus... there was somebody that had minus damage or something like that versus an Underlord or something, and he just changes his build up. Oh, he played that Luna game at Boston where he went like Ags Refresher because he was against a Shadow Demon or something like that.
Yeah.
Like this guy does so many smart things with his item builds. It's consistently impressive.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And now he's got the Aghanim Scepter, which is pretty nifty. So let's see this.
And just all in on stats basically. And it looks weird, but with Orb of Venom and the Boots of Travel, he's running way faster. And you could look at this. It's the easiest thing ever for him to kill Swindle Mounts.
And they get another vacuum here. Melon's going to die to the Golem. No-Tail godlike. We might not see the Aghanim Scepter really come into play as it's a double kill for No-Tail. They're dead for about 40 seconds, no buyback. No-Tail, Split Earth, Mantis
He dodged it.
Yeah, that was pretty disgusting.
My God.
That was absolutely dirty. No-Tail can... He's just going in it. Every single play he's made in this game so far has been outstanding.
Except for that one where he mana voided a full mana target.
Yes.
But other than that,
okay.
this is
right.
like the most fun I've had in my whole life watching Anti-Mage. I'm not even kidding. This is like the
Generally,
coolest
hero,
Anti-Mage game I've ever seen. Just,
not
the game just
enjoyable.
ended.
Yeah.
Like he actually just super countered the whole enemy draft. He's like, okay, they have very weak disables. I can just get a little tanky and just run them down. I'm invincible. What a beautiful game by OG.
Man.
Like they had some rough early game team fights, but as soon as they started nailing those vac combos, and it was always so planned too. It was like, like Jerax would read it. He'd be like, okay, I think the vacuum's gonna hit about here. He would shoot the boulder, and like half a second later, the vacuum would come, and every time it was perfect. Just beautiful coordination, beautiful builds. OG completely deserving that win.
I mean, there's a reason why they are the best team in the world in Dota 2, and they have been for a pretty long period of time now. And they're just showing. And that was game number 1, Purge. I mean, that I will say they had all of the heroes to essentially most of the heroes to come through and be able to draft, but still to be able to play in that way, in that fashion. I do not know what Complexity A could have done and B can do as the series progresses, because that was a thrashing.
With that said, let's throw it over to the panel. Take it away, guys.
Go back to the panel.
Commercials.
Hi guys, I am Jesse. Gonna be making the analysis from a replay.
Hello, this is Fogged. We're going to attempt to describe the 7.00.
Hi guys, Slasher here. In this series, Slasher does